Hey guys, Lancy here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining me. We'll look into some more MTG stocks. And starting off, we have Explore. So this is one of those secret layers. I think it's the frog one. I forgot what his name is, but pretty smart idea. It's actually quite in demand. If you look at this entire secret layers series, it had 5 cards, I think, and each one of them is worth probably around about $10, which makes it very, very worthwhile. There's a bit of a spike today, and I'm not too sure exactly what the main focus around that is. But if you wanted this card in almost any other format, it is going to cost you as much as 27 cents. So if you want to get this one, it's probably it's going to be hard to say why you should get it. It would have been more of a reason to get it back when the secret layer was running out, obviously. Next one is Old Stickfinger. This is from the Innistrad's Midnight Hunt, so we'll continue along. Then we have Curse of Vengeance from Commander 2016. So curses are back from Innistrad. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of other ones from other sets recently as well. So not a surprise. It had never been reprinted. It's $3.42 as it is. Got a huge spike in the last day from $3.72 to $4.62. So we'll have to see what happens in the next couple of days. I think it's actually a pretty good one as well. Spellbinder Darksteel from Darksteel, slowly gaining for the last couple of days. Pretty cool equipment. No other printing, no other version of this card. Actually quite fun if you wanted to use it in a gimmicky way. So I can see why it's increasing, especially with some of the newer sets that have come out. There's quite a bit of demand for it. Then you got Wood Elves from Starter 1999. Now this is a specific art. You can see that it is completely different to almost anything else that is currently out there. You got the Exodus one, which is $1.11, which is also different. The Portal one, which I think I have a copy of, but this one is the next closest, but it's got white background, and it has never been printed in this other than in Portal, which is already twice as expensive. So there's a reason why it's slowly climbing up. Next, Mana Shot from Classic 6th edition, not on the reserve list. There is a $1.60 version from 4th edition. 7th edition has a $2.19. So the 6th edition is spiking up beyond what I'd expect, but I'm 100% sure the 4th edition itself is also spiking up, just not captured in today's move. Catalyst Stone from Odyssey. Again, this card is spiking up. This feels like a buyout, and I'd be careful about jumping in right now when the price is about $9.50, when 2 days ago it was $1.30. Master of the Wild Hunt. Now, this is probably something similar, where the price was used $7.72, and now $13.50 to about $23.74. 100% there's a good reason why this card is spiking. A lot of people want to make werewolf and wolf decks, and this card is very useful in that, but I just don't know if it's worth jumping into this right now. Mana Shot from 6th edition. Isn't this the one we just covered, or did we cover the 4th edition? I think we just covered this one. I must have just clicked on it again. And Catalyst Stone again. All good. Moving on to MTG Goldfish. Now we're going to go through this a bit faster. I'm going to make a much shorter video for the finance, which you can have a quick look at. It's probably going to go for about a minute. I'm going to try to see if I can keep it into the shorts range. And I think that should give you guys the basics anyway. So if you're interested, let me know. A Seeker's Chariot is 10% gain for $2.86. The biggest drop today, Terror of the Peaks, dropping down by 7% to sit at $27.99. Nothing else really moving. Continuing on to Pioneer, Sacred Foundry moving up by 4% to now sit at $20.96. You got Legion Loyalist gaining by 6% to now sit at $5.47. That is actually a really good card. I can understand why it's moving up, especially since the more cards you have in the field, the stronger it gets. So there's lots of new human cards, I think, that came from Innistrad, where the more cards you have, I think it's three cards with different power or something, they get a bonus. So I can see why that's useful. Yahini, Vampire, so good reason for that to move up by 5% today to now sit at $5.51. You got Dragon Lord Ataka dropping down by 5% to now sit at $8.49. And Yorok the Desecrated, dropping down by 5% and now sit at $12.39. Actually, both of them are perfectly good cards, so they're probably not going to sit down for that long. Birds of Paradise from 8th edition, now gaining by 13% and now sit at $18.96. Crazy. Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy, but the artwork's nice. And you got Fracturing Gust now dropping by 17%. Now that it's got its secret lair coming up, and now sitting at $15. Continuing on to Innistrad spoilers. So we have Lord of the Forsaken, which is actually really powerful by the looks of it. 4 colorless, 2 black for a 6/6 flying trample. 1 black, sacrifice another creature. Target player mills 3 cards. Pay 1 life, add 1 colorless, add this mana only to cast a spell from your graveyard. Actually feels that's really, really good. If that was the legendary, that would be a broken legendary. Stormkirk, Bloodchief, looks pretty cool. I don't know if it's actually going to be playable, but because it pretty much says 3 mana for a 2/2. At the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target vampire you control. It's limited by the fact that you can only ever get value out of it if someone loses life, which means that you need to play this on curve to get that advantage. You got Jareen, which is a really creepy looking art because that looks way too realistic. Corrupted Bishop, 2 colorless, 1 black for a 2/3 legendary creature human cleric. And it pretty much says that when it enters the battlefield or another non-creature human you control dies, you lose 1 life and you create a white human creature token. Pretty good cycle. Really cool that you can kind of just flip this around. And you can also transform him as well into a demon with flying, lifelink, and trample. Sacrifice another creature, draw a card. Both sides are really powerful. It just feels weird to always have flip cards. I just do not use flip cards very much at all. You got a really creepy Linda Cheerful Tormentor. 1 colorless, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red. For a human warlock with death touch. And here is the reason why curses just went up. Whenever a curse is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return it to the battlefield. Attached to you at the beginning of the next end step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may attach a curse card to you or one of your opponents if you do draw 2 cards. Oh my god. I hope people have stocked up on their curses. I need to go and check mine. I don't think I have really. You got a wolf card, 2 colorless, 1 green for a 4/3 trample wolf that is on curve for green. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay 1 green, 1 colorless as many times as you want. And when you play this cost 1 or more times, put that many +1/+1 counters on the wolf. Then you may put that many target lands cards you control. Then up to that many lands you control, become 3/3 wolves with haste that are still lands. Powerful. Oh my god, Fateful Absence. 1 colorless, 1 white for an instant. Destroy target creature or planeswalker its controller investigates. Instant. Isn't that an equivalent one that didn't have instant? That's pretty powerful. There are some other cool ones. You got Smoldering Egg that probably turns into a dragon. You got the Phoenix again. Night and Day Phoenix. So pretty much is a way to get it back whenever it has night or day come along. Got some demons. You got some mass removal, obviously. Angel Fire Ignition. So burn. That's a protection card. Okay. So there are some pretty cool cards coming out, and that goes back to what I already had. And I just wanted to finish this off with some dual lands now. I just want to give you guys a heads up that nothing really has changed. And I feel like nothing really is going to change until the financial systems decisions on what actually happens to these cards, to the market as a whole changes. So, these will continue to slow down or move up with house prices and everything else that would be considered assets that are not in a financial markets like dollars and so on. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one and see you later.